Hello, hello, beautiful souls. Ia karia mokoria shinit irianata. Ia korio moshoria yenat oria yenat orio kanachina. Be kind, be kind, be kind to yourself and all those around you. It's okay to agree to disagree, to stay neutral, to stay in your 0 point, into stillness. Yes, it may seem like, and again, I don't pay my attention to anything that's happening. I don't get caught up in the fear porn. I don't get caught up in the nonsense, the bullshit, the programming, the conditioning. That does not mean that I'm not aware and that I don't energetically do what I can from here, from my still point, from my 0 point, from my bliss, from my joy, and from my happiness to help the collective consciousness. This is part of that work. So when the world looks like it's burning around you, the tower is crumbling, it's because it has to. Yes, old earth, so to say, if you want to put words to it, old world systems and programmings are burning. They're crumbling. It can hit the cabal, the shadow government, all of these things that I don't usually talk about because I don't want to give it any attention, frequency, or energy. But for some reason, the team is really wanting me to kind of talk about it this morning. And again, I send all of the light and the love, the magic and the mirrors, the safety, the protection for every single soul that is experiencing whatever they are experiencing right now, and whatever part of the world, 143, 144, they are at. Okay? Much compassion and much love goes out to those souls. And you might be one of them. The thing is, beautiful soul, we need to quit giving it more attention. You need to quit literally giving fuel for the fire, for the storm. Yes, your attention, your frequency, your energy, your currency is fueling that consciousness. We need to learn to discern and detach. Discern and detach. DD. Discern and detach. Come into stillness and your 0 point and breathe. That's how you can help. You do not help by continuing to circulate the fear porn, the information. Okay? Especially if you're doing it from a place of fear. Okay? Don't get confused with the fact that if you think you're circulating the nonsense, the bullshit, the programming, the conditioning, that it's from a place of love. It's from a place of ego and it's a place of fear. So tap into the portal of that. Okay? Become the panes of glass that source energy and frequency can shine through and radiate through. Okay? You cannot measure darkness without light. Darkness cannot exist in the light. You and me signed up for this. More than likely, whether you realize it or not. We have been transmuters, transmuting frequency and energy, low vibrational frequency and energy. We've also signed up to be the bridges, to connect, to hold the stable ground. Beacons of light to illuminate, anchors to stabilize the light, igniters to activate other souls for the awakening process, to plant the seeds, to activate. If you know me and you've been in my energy, you know I'm an activator. I'm also a walking tower. I also illuminate the falseness that your ego mind is still clinging onto. Also earthers, embodiment, to teach embodiment, to embody the frequency and the energy in the light in this physical reality. To ground, to connect with Gaia, with nature, because it's not all about the cosmos, it's both. You are the bridge between both. To be the truth tellers, to reveal the truth, not through fear, through love. There is a difference, and learn to discern what the difference is. Have awareness, higher perspective, macrocosm of the microcosm, and quit participating in that. Every time you participate 444 in circulating or talking about or getting wrapped up, whether you're online, social media, in a family dynamic, everyone wants to talk. other souls, more than likely you are the rainbow sheep, you are the unicorn of the family. If you're in a dynamic, they are wanting to pull your energy and frequency and down. Let's talk about the politics. Let's talk about the religion. Let's talk about the world burning to the ground. It's the end. Well, yes, it's the end of the old world, the old foundations, the old, hold on, it's right there, guards. The old guards are falling. Shadow governments, the cabal, whatever the fuck you want to call these things. The reptilians, whatever the fuck. They're hanging on by their fingernails at this point. And you have to have the awareness and understand this to keep moving forward, to keep holding your stillness, your 0 point, your source energy and light, and just radiate the love, the light, the frequencies. Because we are the change makers. We are the ones that are participating in this evolution of the human species. That's what we're going through, is an evolutionary process. And those things have been trying to prevent this from happening for a very long fucking time. And the more people, more souls that wake up to the realness, the rawness, the truth of who they are, which is source, they're beyond this human form, this human avatar. They are more afraid of you, beautiful soul. You are powerful. You are infinite. You are a creator being. Why do you think they have worked so hard and so voraciously in controlling you and programming and conditioning you lifetime after lifetime, generation after generation? Hold your frequency. Stand in your 0 point. Not respond. Don't get caught up. Again, we're not saying when you set boundaries, these aren't boundaries where they're brick solid walls. They're boundaries like a gate, like a fence, right? So we still want energy to flow through, but you need to set those clear, healthy boundaries. Okay? And breathe. Breathe into the 0 point. Okay? If you find yourself, if you're still going through this practice, this evolvement, this expansion of remembrance, and the fear, the worry, the anxiety, whatever's creeping in, those give you the opportunity to address the core wounds. And these core wounds could be from this lifetime, past lifetimes, or generational lineages that have suffered destruction, explosion, planetary resets. Our souls have experienced that. That's why this is coming up. So when that comes up, it's a trigger. It's a portal. You're a portal. Dive through the portal. Go within. I'm getting full body chills. Go within that portal when that comes up. That might come up like a massive tsunami wave, or it just might be a small, yep, okay, we need to address this. And you don't need to attach the stories. That's the thing. Quit fucking attaching stories to where the trigger, the hurt, the pain, the trauma, whatever it is coming from. Just say, okay, I'm feeling this. I don't need to know where this is coming from, so I'm going to go into my 0 point. I'm going to check in and say thank you. I forgive you. I love you. And I release you. And I surrender you back to source, back to love, back to light. And you can sit with that and just repeat that. You don't need to know where the story from. You don't need to know if it's attached to an Atlantean timeline, a Lumerian timeline, Egyptian timeline, a war. 1, 2, 3, name it. Something way back. You don't need to attach a story to it. You just need to have acknowledgement. Look at that mirror. Look at the trigger. Go into the portal, which is your heart. Go into yourself. Go within and choose differently. Choose to love it, to thank it, to have gratitude and appreciation for it. 911. Have gratitude and appreciation around it and surrender it. Release it. Let it go. You don't need to have a story. Maybe when we worked on energetic practices or healing, we needed those we don't need the stories anymore. This is why specific souls came here, like myself and many others, to do the heavy work, to kind of get in there with the light language and help excavate these things so it creates more space so you can actually tap into what the truth is, what the truth of you, the truth of who you are, and the truth of what is actually happening. Thinning the veil, burning the veil, washing the veil, blowing the veil, whatever it is. All right, last throat chakra clearing. We're just going to bring some codes in if you're still here. You do nothing. You just sit back and receive what you didn't know receive. And if you know you have an intention, say, I ask to receive assistance with helping to surrender to the fear, to release the fear, the worry, the anxiety, anything that's attached to these energies, these low vibrational frequencies. I ask my team for this assistance. If not, it's going to be whatever you didn't know you were ready to receive, and maybe subconsciously on an unconscious level. Okay. And also, I don't usually say this very often, but I usually intend that when you receive these codes, and you can set the intention now moving forward in meditation, and anytime you're doing any energetic practice, still practice, whatever it is, I intend this to be received across all aspects of myself, all experiences of my soul that my soul has experienced across all times, timelines, dimensions, spaces, places, portals, and realms, universes, remembered and forgotten, known and unknown, seen and unseen, conscious and unconscious. I ask it to be cleared 1111 across all aspects of self, because remember, everything is happening, all the past, present, and future are happening right now. I know. But when you say that, you intend to basically blast this intention, these codes, to those aspects of your soul that have experienced massive amounts of trauma, hurt, pain, destruction. Because that's where those triggers can come from. Instead of spending months or years into try to figure it out, we just feel into it and we surrender. And we surrender to the stories. 1144. Okay. Eyes open or closed, hands on your heart. Breathe into your 0 point, into your still point. And just, oh God, hi, oh, kaya na ko, aya, hiya na ko, anya, yakan, hiya ko, wakana, yashana, kiana ko, wana, yangana. Iya ko, wana, shia na kia na, oh, ho, aga, ya, kia na, tiara, kia na, oh, haya na, chia na, tiara, kia na, hawa na, oh, anata. Iako aya shenat uria hayanut uwayanat iakanat uhuayanit yanyut uayanyariania wakuana ayakuani wanakao. Just clearing any energy distortions in the field. Iak oayan that is still hanging on. Oh, that is still keeping you in some form of fear, worry, lack, anxiety. Iyo ayakia na hu akaya ni akau anakaya nakia na ha. Iakoa yanyetiom nyoko wakaya nyetiarenata. You are the change. Be the change. Walk in that change. Walk as your light. Something doesn't want this out. Speak your truth. Stand in your truth. You're not here to convince or to prove anything. You hold your light. You hold your frequency. So just breathe into that, know into that, feel into that, see into that, hear into that. Okay? Rinse and repeat that at least 2 other times. Okay? 14, 14, 7, 7, 11, 11. Just breathe. And when you feel this coming up, sit down, put your hand on your heart, go to 3, 5, 10 breaths, 3, 6, 9, you could do that. Into the heart, exhale through the heart. You could do the infinity symbol through the heart, up and over the shoulder and the back, up and shoulder, shoulder and back. Breathing up and down your pillar of light, connecting to the heavens, connecting to the center of Gaia, to her heart, to the galactic heart. And just bathe and wash. And just ask to release. Okay? Learning. yeah, learning to kind of really continue to cultivate. It's okay to disagree, agree to disagree. You don't need to argue, you don't need to prove, convince, or you just don't respond at all and you walk away and say, "This, am I interested in that? I'm not going to participate in that conversation." I understand, and I have, I can see that the fact that you feel like that's something you need to talk about. I don't feel the need for that. Okay, there's many ways you can handle it. You'll understand what is perfect for you in whatever situation you're in, through your heart, through discernment, through the 0 point. Okay, all the answers are here. All right, we love you, and we'll see you soon.